That's so insinuated as me, it wasn't.
No, it was not you.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Thanks for coming in.
So this is Alex's S15.
Yeah, so this, as he said, this is my S15. It is a AUDM 200SX. So it is not imported. It was sold in Australia, brand new. Factory, it would have had a normal Nissan badge, not the lightning bolt, which is lame. And it would have had like lots of ugly badges on the back that say 200SX, which look terrible. But the benefits are, it's got cheaper insurance here, it has history in the country, no rear window wiper, which looks ugly. Unless you like them, then good for you, but I don't. Apart from that, it's any other Silvia basically.
Yeah, so let's have a look around the outside first. Yeah. We'll start up front. Yeah. So you got the S badge.
Stock headlights, stock front bar, DC2R, Integra, front lip that we put on there.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually. It fits really well. For a Honda lip on a Nissan, it actually fits like all the way around.
We trimmed off the bottom bit here of the lip because it kind of rounds down, and then we basically used the heat gun for like an hour to get it to expand enough that we could just pull it on with like 3 people holding it on, and then we drilled the holes in, and it's got holes underneath as well, so it's all sturdy. Yeah, it looks like a nice factory lip. It kind of blends in with the exact same height as the Spec R skirts.
You can still get over bumps.
Can still get over bumps, and do have to.
Yeah, that's right. What are the wheels, mate? What are they?
The wheels are Dare Hyro 19s. I like the colour scheme, that's the main reason I still have them. I really love the gunmetal grey against the black.
Yeah, and the rears are pretty good.
And the rears are pretty fat. The specs, if you care, are 19 by 8.5 plus 35 in the front with a 225/35. And the rear is 19 by 9.5 plus 38 with a 265/30. So she's pretty meaty. Still spins them up there.
No, it doesn't. Pablo spins them
allegedly.
Up. Yeah, only Pablo. You don't thrash your S15.
Oh, no, never.
Some nice smoked indicators.
Project Mu rotors. What are the pads again? Like AFMQ.
QFM A1RM, I think.
Yeah, fucking all the letters.
Yeah.
It's good. They need a heat cycle to get them to really bite, but they are beaut for street/track pads if you like an in between.
We didn't do the bloody nuts, mate.
My GK Tech anodized wheel nuts, whatever they are. They are not aluminium. Never buy aluminium wheel nuts, kids. They strip out. They're terrible.
They're neochrome, mate.
Neochrome, that's right.
Pretty hectic colouring.
Steel nuts.
What's done back here, mate?
eBay/Yashio tails. They look really good, and the brakes are LED. And stock tails make baby Jesus cry. Owen. So,
shots fired, mate.
No, just kidding. No, he's alright.
And of course the plates. You can't really look at this car without saying the plates.
They were a lucky buy at 1 AM in the morning a long time ago.
Yeah.
If you don't know what they mean, click away from the video. I don't want to have to explain it.
That's it really. Rear's been debadged obviously.
It's shaved rear, so no reflectors.
Yeah.
The 200SX came with reflectors, which look heinous. If you have them, please delete them.
We'll insert photo
please
of
delete them
heinous
if you
reflectors.
have them, please. Just do it for me. Like, just delete them.
So someone's just like plastic welded this one up.
Yeah, done some wizardry and it looks beaut. And they've also deleted the spoiler because it's a Spec R and it has no spoiler.
Yep.
It's not a GT, so it would have had like the mid-level spoiler, not the huge one. Although I don't mind them.
No.
But I'm not getting one, don't worry. No, don't worry. Exhaust-wise, this is the 3rd catback it's had, because I've had a few. Nathos and I are running the same exhaust on the S14 and S15, more or less.
Best one you can get.
Best you can get custom. It's got Magnaflow mid-muffler, which is very big and gives it a very nice note. And it's got a X-Force twin-tip oval rear muffler. It sounds good, it's a perfect volume, like off boost, it's like quiet, but it's got a really deep note, so you can tell it's not stock. And then if you rev it out, obviously it sounds quite demonic. As for the exterior, it doesn't have rear pods. I do want to get some soon. I'm just lazy and they're expensive for what they are to me. But, you know, she's alright. We'll get there. We'll get there. We're all going to make it, boys.
And you did have masters on this at one point.
I did, yeah. I've had a few cosmetic changes. I've had like an easy lip on the front and I had masters. The Meisters I sold for a profit because I could.
Keen for another set soon.
Keen for another set. I want them in this colour scheme, like the gunmetal grey centres with polished lips. If you have any to sell in 9+22, 10+30, please sell me them. I'll give you a shout out.
The only really differences you want to have from this is rear pods and wheels.
Rear pods, wheels.
Is that it?
But yeah, I'm happy. I like it. It's got like a very clean streeter sort of look.
Yeah, it's not
the main sort of gist of the car is very like Australian, Japanese cars, 2007-ish. So like there's a few mods you'll see that are kind of period correct to about 10 years ago. It's not bad, it's just, you know, they could be better. Or
it might have been an auto salon wannabe in its past life.
It may have been an auto salon car at one point, which actually excites me because I'm ethnic.
Yeah.
No, not really. But has rolled guards and everything. They fit some decent rubber under these. It's not as big a guards as S14s, unfortunately, but still fits a fair bit. It's got sunroof.
Oh yeah, man.
Car does. I love the sunroof. Nathos says, "Oh yeah," sarcastically.
Well, I only don't like sunroofs because I don't fit in the car with them.
I barely fit as well, but it's worth the slight head tilt to have that fresh sunroof, you know?
Yeah.
Against the bitches. What do you say, guys?
Pop the hood?
Pop the hood. So here she is, the lovely SR20. Yeah, that's about it. No.
It's a pretty stealthy setup.
It's a pretty good setup. It has low mount GT2871R.
She's down there somewhere.
Yeah, it's down there in the depths of hell. So that's always good. Hybrid intercooler. If I shine lights at it, you can sort of see it, but it's pretty stealthy.
The old GK Tech radiator panel.
The old GK. I love me GK Tech. If you're watching, Greg.
Yeah, good on you, Greg. Wait, hang on.
On the back, mate.
Yeah, there she is.
Yeah. The only sticker on the whole car, giving you my support, mate.
We should send this to him.
I should actually. People just block me. Stop sending me orders. So it's got Apexi pod intake. 3-inch intake pipe, all metal for that flutter yo. In Australia we have to be boxed or we get EPA'd, which I did.
So there's a pod filter in there.
So yeah, you can't really see it, but there is a Apexi pod in pink.
You can see like a bit of red, that's the pod filter.
Box I made myself out of like 6mm thick aluminium, or aluminum if you're from the States. 750cc injectors. What else have I got? I'm like forgetting my own specs now that I'm on camera. SARD rising rate fuel reg. Cusco strap brace, Tommo rocker stoppers, so I don't blow a rocker this week, maybe next week. BC coils, golds. Oh yeah, got GFB, the original GFB Deceptor blow-off valves. You can turn the body and it'll switch from recirc to Atmo, or any combination in between. You can also adjust the spring pressure by turning the top, so you can make it sort of open really early or open really late. Of course, I've got like a full custom setup, so it does my optimal flutter.
Oh, and she's got the Haltech, mate.
Oh yeah, of course. How can I forget? It's got a Haltech Platinum plug-in. It's not an EMS Stinger, boys.
Brake master cylinder stopper for less firewall flex.
My best sponsor.
Yep, Tracy.
Tracy, she loves it.
Hard.
I feel like there's more, but I'm forgetting. Braided turbo lines.
Oh yeah.
Braided brake lines. I don't think I mentioned that. Lots of sick braids.
All the typical stuff you can change, like spark plugs and any fluid. That's all been done,
all
obviously.
All the sort of regular SR20.
We do maintain our cars. We're not Haggard Garage.
Team maintenance gang. That's us.
Yeah, and you've got this nice engine damper.
Yeah.
It's got Nismo engine mounts, Nismo transmission mount.
Yeah.
One-piece drive shaft.
Yeah, one-piece custom drive shaft I had to have made because my old one vibrated itself to death. Diff is the stock R200, but with the subframe I've had that. I took it out, put in the GK Tech weld-in brace kit. You can argue that it's not necessary, but you know, no one wants to crack subframe, and I was taking it out to do bushes anyway. Nismo bushes all throughout the subframe and the diff. Everything except the traction arms are adjustable. One-line sway bars adjustable front and rear. Oh, CES split dump.
You can see like
with brace.
The badge on it down there.
It is braced, so it won't crack. They will crack if you don't brace it.
Yeah.
Making sure you have good foundations before you slap a GT30 and start winding boost in is always quite important.
Yes, we don't know anyone who did that, do we? Classic Owen bounce, mate.
Oh, Bosch 040 fuel pump. I'll show you inside now.
Oh, we have to get that on. Hang on, mate. Turn your interior light on.
Don't judge me, but it came that way.
Yeah, mate.
So the guy that owned my car before me, he had an obsession with green. So it had like green wheel nuts, green interior lights. What else was green? There was something else. Oh yeah, the drift button. This was green.
Yeah.
And I think something else was as well. I've deleted all green except for that. Just ignore that. It's actually really good when you're in the car with someone and you just like pop that on. It's like a forensic scene. It's sort of like innocent, and then it's like, where were you on the night of the 16th? Because Sydney is AIDS and it's winter at the moment, so it gets dark at about 4:30 in the afternoon. Forgive the sketchy lighting, we'll try and make do. Interior is fairly stock. It's got the JDM spec steering wheel, so it's got the little lightning bolt on there and everything, kind of blends in with everything else. Also got the A-pillar gauge holder like the Japanese ones have, and I've got the Defi, what is it, Defi Pro, whatever whatever the normal
some
Defi gauge, some Defi gauge, and I have the box for it in there. So they're real Defis, boys. Don't call them fake. It doesn't make a difference. It's just a boost gauge.
The Haltech obviously runs everything, so I don't need like 87 gauges.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to have more, but it's not really like I don't really like to put them in vent holes and everything. I like the sort of functional interior. I do have working AC. You know,
yeah,
it's nice to have.
A street car,
it's a daily driver, but it is also a Silvia. It is possible to do both. You just have to have a bit of financial backing, or you know, poor financial decisions, whatever you call it. Stock seats.
Yep.
Pretty much everything's stock, just clean, like new gear knob, new shifter surround, Pioneer head unit. It's got full stereo. It's got
yeah, she's got a sub in the boot, mate.
It has a molded sub in the boot. It looks very professional.
We'll show that as well.
It's got 2 amps, one for the speakers, one for the sub.
Yeah.
So the audio setup's pretty good from
and
like
it's Soundstream speakers, isn't it?
Yeah, Soundstream. Except for just the head unit's Pioneer.
Yeah, and then you got your bloody Grady boost controller.
I do have the Profect Spec B2 boost controller.
From 2002. The other one is the turbo timer there.
And yeah, is it Apexi? Yeah. The Apexi turbo timer. The turbo timer's alright. It's kind of useful to remind you to keep it cooling down for a bit. I just like look at the timer and then flick it off after 20-30 seconds. And obviously don't drive hard before you turn it off for like a few minutes anyway.
Turbo tips, mate, from Alex.
You know, we've done lots of cleaning, lots of replacing of trims and stuff. Oh, Dynamat everywhere. We took the door panels off, we put it on the boot lid. Dynamat, if you don't know what Dynamat is, it's like sound deadening basically. You just sort of stick it on. Basically all it needs now for me in the immediate future is like rear pods. It's getting a retune soon.
You're probably thinking like, why aren't our cars straight piped?
Yeah, why don't we have like 10-inch wide wheels at the
or like external waistcoats that go out the bonnet
like
and stuff like that.
The reason is that in Australia the police are actually very harsh, so even something like this is actually pushing the boundaries.
Yeah, well I got pulled over for the first time the other day, and he was like, oh, don't you get pulled over all the time? But that's it, mate.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's nothing too crazy, it's just a nice street car. And
we should be able to share.
Yeah, hope you liked it. Stay tuned for more videos when we're doing stuff to it.
Please subscribe because we need money for retune.
Yeah, not really.
No. Yeah, beauty, mate. I'm going to get out of the back seat.
Alright, good old. Yeah, Nathos is squeezed in the back. He's like 6'3", so. Oh yeah, if you're wondering, rear leg room in a Silvia. Not as bad as some people say, but it's not good.
So you can see there's the back seat. There's the front seat. And that's not even...
your knee.
Oh yeah.
That's where his knee is.
it's past the front seat.
It is, yeah. It's overtaken on the left lane, boys.
Oh, what a classic, mate. Alright, let's get out. Alright.
So yeah, it's all nice and tidy.
I think that's a video, mate.
And yeah, that's a video. That's a wrap.
Yeah, we have to leave.
We do have to leave.
The police got called on us.
Could have been.
Yeah, could have been.
Bloody shrug.
Yeah. Alright, see ya.
Cool boys.
See you, YouTube.
I didn't want to change too much, but... Oh, fuck. What the hell? Why did that start playing music? That wasn't even... What the hell? That is the most random... The music app isn't even open, dude.
The standalone fuel management system. Not a bad way to spend $10,000.
Yeah. Get the beat going, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Look at that, actually, that's kind of like... That's really classic.
DJ Mo drop a beat.
Yeah.
My new album cover.
That was classic.
And whatever you...
Drop me live.
Oh, mate. Oh, no, Black Hawk down.
She's going in. Oh, there we go. Thank
Got
you.
it, boys. Rescue mission. Yo, mate.
What a fracture, mate.